I would like to speak to you via a poem about the whispers of resilience, about the journey of reclamation. We have been colonized and we decolonized, but coloniality still stays in our mind. That's one of those things that are unpopular when you just tell people that they are dragging their feet and they are not in control of their own minds. In the quiet corners of my mind, whispers echo, remnants of a history woven with threads of oppression, where identity is a puzzle, pieces scattered, some lost, some buried deep. Are Schrodinger's cats alive or dead? Are we free or not? In the shadows of history we gather, voices echoing through the time, the weight of colonial chains still heavy, an inheritance woven with threads of pain. Colonial shadows stretch across the landscape, faint outlines of those who came with their maps and their judgments, carving borders in our souls, defining what we should aspire to be while erasing the beauty of our own reflection. Western ideals cast long shadows, distorting our reflections as media spins narrative, framing us in frames that constrict, stereotypes clinging like cobwebs, thickening the air we breathe. I carry the weight of their words, heavy like stones in my chest, internalized echoes that tell me I am less, I am broken, a mere shadow of their ideals, a ghost in my own skin. Yet within the heart of our cultures, a fire flickers. Stories, whispers of strength of ancestors who danced in defiance, who sang songs of freedom into the night, their spirits woven with the fabric of our souls. But in the murmur of the wind, I hear a different story, a call to remember the songs of my ancestors, the rhythm of my own heartbeat, the pulses that pulses with pride and with defiance. Success defined by distant ideals leaves us lost, searching for a path that feels like home, but in the quiet corners, we find our worth, not in the eyes of others, but in the richness of our heritage, in the laughter shared, in the resilience that rises from our roots. So in the reclamation, I rise not just to exist, but to thrive, to redefine the contours of identity, to dance in the light of my own truth, and in doing so, to honor the legacy of those who came before, to break the chains of coloniality and embrace the fullness of who we are. Black consciousness blooms, a movement of awakening, reminding us to reclaim our narrative, to stand tall in the face of disdain, to honor the beauty of our existence and the strength in our unity. In classrooms and stories, let our voices resonate, a chorus of diversity challenging the confines of stereotypes, shattering the silence, weaving a new narrative of hope. From the wrestlers of those who came before, we gather strength as we move together, not as individuals lost in the fray, but as a collective force, a tapestry of resilience, illuminating the path ahead where we rise together in the light of our own truth. So, in other words, we have been defined by other people as the other. We have got to define who we really are. To ask the people who are sitting in power, right now, that if at all they were to meet their ancestors face to face, will they be honest that what they are doing is what has been ordained by their ancestors or by their own gods? Or are we just, making, living, getting richer, opening the gap, between us? We have got to accept the fact that, however painful, that we are being ruled by coloniality, the template of that oppression still reigns in our minds. That's why we cannot actually see, any action. And in a meeting I just recently had, right now, when I was talking to many of the young people, I got very edified when the name of Patrice Mutsipe and the Mutsipe Foundation, kept coming on. That lots of very young people, feel that the door for them to be where they are started there. How many then of the Patrices must we generate for us to be able to see the light of the freedom we sacrifice for?